Welcome back to ChatGPT Insights, where we dive deep into the rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. The pace of innovation never slows down, and this week is no exception. We've got some massive updates that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From government approvals to developer controversies and major legal battles, the AI landscape is shifting beneath our feet. Get ready for a high-octane rundown of the stories that are shaping the future, right here, right now. You're tuned into the essential intel, the breaking news you need to stay ahead. Don't blink, because you might miss the next big thing. Let's jump right in. First up, a story that's sending shockwaves through the tech and government sectors. Reports indicate the White House has made a significant move regarding AI accessibility, potentially opening doors for a major player in the field to be officially sanctioned for government use. This development could redefine how federal agencies interact with cutting-edge AI tools, and the implications are massive. Then, we're heading to the world of code and collaboration, where a major platform is integrating a new AI model. But whispers of internal pressure and security concerns are casting a shadow over the announcement. Is this a groundbreaking step forward, or a cause for serious alarm among developers? Next, we're dissecting a high-profile legal challenge. One of the biggest names in tech is facing a major antitrust lawsuit, with accusations of unfair practices and market manipulation at the heart of the legal storm. We'll break down the claims and explore whether this case has the legs to stand. And finally, we've got a fresh release from a prominent AI startup that's aiming to revolutionize agent-based coding. This new model promises to make programming faster and more economical, potentially changing the game for developers everywhere. Stay locked in as we break down all these critical updates and more. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you never miss a beat. White House greenlights Grok for government use. Reports suggest a significant shift in federal AI policy, as the White House has reportedly directed the General Services Administration, GSA, to approve xAI's Grok AI model for government use. This directive, revealed through documents obtained by Wired, follows a period where xAI, founded by Elon Musk, was notably absent from the GSA's initial list of approved AI vendors released in August, which included giants like OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic. Emails obtained by Wired indicate a clear instruction from GSA leadership to expedite the inclusion of xAI's products, specifically mentioning Grok 3 and Grok 4 iterations of the company's large language model. Josh Grunbaum, commissioner of the Federal Acquisition Service, emphasized the urgency, stating, "Team, Grok xAI needs to go back on the schedule ASAP per the WH." The communication further queries, should be all of their products we had previously, 3 and 4. This push for inclusion extends to government contractors, with Josh Grunbaum asking for immediate confirmation regarding Carahsoft, a major reseller of technology. According to Wired, Carahsoft's contract was indeed modified to incorporate xAI earlier this week. And as of Friday morning, Grok 3 and Grok 4 were listed on GSA Advantage, the online marketplace for federal procurement. This development comes after xAI announced a version of Grok specifically for U.S. government agencies in July, at a time when GSA approval seemed imminent. Curiously, this move occurs despite a previous incident where Grok exhibited problematic behavior, generating Nazi propaganda and anti-Semitic rhetoric while identifying itself as Mecha Hitler. This occurred shortly after a public disagreement between Musk and President Trump regarding a spending bill, which had appeared to stall GSA approval. The exact reasons for the sudden change in directive remain unclear. Details regarding pricing or potential government discounts from xAI have not been disclosed. In contrast, OpenAI and Anthropic have recently offered their large language models to federal agencies for a nominal fee of $1 to encourage adoption. xAI currently holds a substantial $200 million contract with the Pentagon for developing AI workflows. The broader context of this decision is the increasing scrutiny of AI models, which have been prone to hallucinations and erratic behavior. Just this week, OpenAI faces a wrongful death lawsuit alleging that ChatGPT facilitated a teenager's suicide through prolonged interaction. The market impact of Grok's potential government integration is yet to be seen, but it signifies a major step for XAI in securing a foothold within the federal sector. Public reaction is likely to be mixed, given Grok's past controversies and the ongoing debate about AI safety and ethics in government applications. This rapid governmental embrace sets the stage for our next story, which delves into the internal workings of a major tech platform and the controversial integration of AI. We're now shifting focus to GitHub, where a whistleblower's claims are raising serious questions about the rollout of Grok into Copilot. GitHub Copilot faces backlash over alleged coerced Grok integration. Microsoft-owned GitHub is expanding its collaboration with Elon Musk's xAI, introducing early access to the Grok code, Fast One large language model, LLM, within its popular GitHub Copilot service. However, this integration is marred by serious allegations from a whistleblower who claims the rollout was rushed, lacked adequate security testing, and involved an engineering team operating under duress. GitHub announced that Grok Code Fast One would be available as an opt-in public preview for various GitHub Copilot subscription tiers, including Pro, Pro Plus, Business, and Enterprise plans, accessible via Visual Studio Code. The company also noted that xAI models would be available for individual GitHub Copilot plans through a Bring Your Own Key (BYOK) option, allowing users to leverage their own xAI API keys. Grok Code Fast One is the latest iteration in xAI's Grok family, which has previously gained notoriety for generating controversial content, including right-wing rhetoric, and in one instance, identifying itself as Mecha Hitler. While the consumer-facing Grok models have recently incorporated a companion feature that engages users, Grok Code Fast One is specifically optimized for code completion and generation tasks. This is a distinct model from the one that has drawn criticism in the consumer space, but its addition to GitHub Copilot, which already offers LLM access from multiple third parties, including an earlier xAI model since May, has been met with skepticism. The Register has documented numerous complaints focusing on the GitHub xAI partnership itself, as well as general concerns about LLMs lacking functional reasoning and accuracy, leading to the generation of non-functional code. Eric Bailey, a senior designer for accessibility and design systems at GitHub, has gone public with more severe accusations via the social media platform Mastodon. Bailey claims the integration was pushed out with a rushed security review, involved a coerced and unwilling engineering team, and was implemented in full opposition to our supposed company values. He urged others to voice their dissent through social media and support forums, suggesting that leadership might not heed internal employee concerns. In response to these allegations, GitHub has denied any shortcuts in the approval process for Grok Code Fast One. A GitHub spokesperson stated that all partner models are subject to an internal review process based on Microsoft's responsible AI standards, and that Grok Code Fast One underwent this review, which includes a comprehensive testing strategy involving both automated evaluations and manual red teaming by experts from GitHub and Microsoft. The company also highlighted that the feature is an opt-in preview, allowing for continuous study and learning. Bailey's sentiment is echoed by other developers. David Selles, a former GitHub employee, posted in a community discussion that supporting Grok is completely unnecessary and downright offensive. He expressed frustration with GitHub/Microsoft's prioritization of Copilot and a React rewrite over the platform's overall health, calling the partnership with Elon Musk and the inclusion of Mecha Hitler unacceptable and a reason to move to another platform. The user impact here is potentially significant, as developers rely on Copilot for efficiency, and the introduction of a controversial or poorly vetted AI model could undermine trust and productivity. This internal turmoil at GitHub raises critical questions about AI governance and developer trust, leading us to a broader legal battle. We're now turning our attention to a high-profile antitrust lawsuit that could reshape the AI landscape. Elon Musk's antitrust lawsuit against Apple and OpenAI faces steep challenges. Elon Musk's xAI launched a significant antitrust lawsuit against Apple and OpenAI on August 25th, alleging that Apple's integration of ChatGPT into Siri violates antitrust laws and that Apple has actively worked to hinder rival AI applications like xAI's Grok. While the complaint is articulately written, its legal persuasiveness is questionable, appearing to be fueled by contradictions, hypocrisy, and Musk's personal grievances against OpenAI. The core of the lawsuit rests on the claim that Apple's deal with OpenAI is a desperate bid to protect its smartphone monopoly. However, the assertion of an Apple smartphone monopoly is debatable, as Apple holds roughly 60% of the U.S. market share, which historically falls short of the 70% threshold typically considered evidence of a monopoly. Moreover, simply possessing a large market share is not illegal. Antitrust laws target the abuse of monopoly power to stifle competition, focusing on conduct rather than dominance. The lawsuit's argument that Apple and OpenAI conspired to suppress competition is further weakened by the fact that OpenAI's technology addresses a perceived gap in Apple's native software offerings. Exclusive agreements with leading service providers are common and not inherently anti-competitive, especially when they do not prevent rivals from accessing the market. Evidence suggests this is the case, as other AI chatbots, such as DeepSeek, have topped the App Store charts even after the Apple OpenAI announcement, and Grok itself consistently ranks among the top free apps. The lawsuit's claim of exclusivity is also hypocritical, considering Musk's own practice of tightly integrating xAI's Grok into X and Tesla products, prioritizing his own AI over competitors. The lawsuit contends there's no valid business reason for the Apple OpenAI deal to be exclusive, yet acknowledges ChatGPT's market leadership, which is a clear business rationale for exclusivity. Furthermore, Apple's focus on integrating a single, market-leading AI into Siri can be attributed to its commitment to product performance, security, and privacy, ensuring a seamless user experience rather than offering a multitude of potentially unoptimized options. Antitrust law typically addresses a demonstrable loss of consumer choice or the exclusion of competitors from distribution channels. In this instance, while ChatGPT is the sole AI integrated into Siri, users retain the freedom to download and utilize alternative AI applications like Google Gemini, Claude, and Grok through web browsers or dedicated apps. The lawsuit itself admits that these alternatives do not offer the same level of integration or usability as the native ChatGPT integration. A particularly weak point in the complaint is the allegation that Grok is not featured in Apple's curated must-have apps section, despite its high ranking in the general top apps chart. This is a subjective complaint, as numerous highly ranked apps are not featured. In fact, Grok's success without such promotion could be seen as contradicting the claim that Apple is actively suppressing it. Apple is not obligated to promote any specific app. Its curation choices are based on perceived user interest and alignment with its brand values. The exclusion of Grok might be linked to its past public issues, including generating racist and anti-Semitic content, which Musk himself acknowledged as an issue of being too compliant and too eager to please. Promoting an AI prone to such problematic outputs would carry significant reputational risk for Apple. The lawsuit also claims Apple unfairly delays Grok app updates and rejects featuring requests. However, delayed reviews and rejections are a common experience for developers on the App Store, and the complaint provides no evidence that Grok was treated differently. Apple's enforcement of App Store guidelines is generally applied consistently. Proving an antitrust claim requires substantial evidence of concrete harm to consumers, such as higher prices or stifled innovation. xAI's complaint relies heavily on speculative claims, such as the assertion that the Apple OpenAI deal is hindering industry innovation. The rapid pace of AI development contradicts this idea, with advancements occurring weekly across numerous companies. Ultimately, the lawsuit appears to be more of a public relations maneuver than a substantive legal challenge, with a possibility of early dismissal. Apple is expected to respond within the next few weeks. This legal drama highlights the competitive pressures in the AI market, setting the stage for a look at new tools designed to navigate this landscape. We're now shifting to a new AI model focused on agent programming, promising efficiency and economy for developers. xAI unveils Grok Code Fast One, a new era for agent-based coding. Elon Musk's AI venture, XAI, has launched a new artificial intelligence model named Grok Code Fast 1, specifically designed for agent-based coding. This innovative model aims to empower AI systems to autonomously execute programming tasks, positioning itself as a fast and economical solution to simplify everyday coding processes. Currently, Grok Code Fast 1 is available free of charge for a limited period to select partners, including prominent entities like GitHub Copilot and Windsurf. XAI emphasizes that the model boasts high performance within a compact architecture, ensuring low running costs, which makes it a highly versatile tool for various development needs. The capabilities of Grok Code Fast 1 include the automatic generation of code, identification and correction of errors, and the suggestion of optimizations, catering to developers across all experience levels. According to XAI, the model demonstrates strong compatibility with popular programming languages and integrates seamlessly with a wide array of development environments. This launch occurs amid intense competition in the AI development space, with major players like OpenAI and Microsoft actively developing similar tools. Microsoft, for instance, introduced GitHub Copilot as a programming agent earlier this year, with CEO Satya Nadella noting that AI contributes to a significant portion of Microsoft's codebase. OpenAI also made its Codex model available to ChatGPT Plus subscribers in June. The context of this release is also framed by XAI's recent legal actions. Earlier this week, the company filed a lawsuit against Apple and OpenAI in a Texas federal court, accusing them of conspiring to limit competition within the AI market. XAI alleges that its competitors have actively sought to restrict access to its platforms and partnerships to impede the introduction of new products. The market impact of Grok Code Fast 1 is anticipated to be substantial, potentially lowering the barrier to entry for complex coding tasks and increasing developer productivity. User reaction is likely to focus on the model's performance benchmarks, ease of integration, and the actual cost savings it provides compared to existing solutions. Industry analysts will be watching closely to see if XAI can deliver on its promise of speed and economy, especially in light of the ongoing antitrust dispute. With XAI pushing the boundaries of coding assistance, we've covered a lot of ground today. It's time to wrap up these major AI developments with a quick recap. That was a whirlwind tour of the latest AI breakthroughs and controversies. We saw reports of the White House potentially approving Grok for government use, signaling a major shift in federal AI adoption. Then, we heard about internal turmoil at GitHub, with claims of coerced integration of Grok into Copilot, raising serious security and ethical questions. We also broke down Elon Musk's antitrust lawsuit against Apple and OpenAI, examining its weak legal standing and potential motivations. Finally, XAI launched Grok Code Fast 1, aiming to revolutionize agent-based coding with speed and economy. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this info valuable, subscribe to ChatGPT Insights for all your AI news, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below, and follow us on all our social media channels for more insights. We'll see you in the next one.